Hello, this is Jake, and today I have another scripting thing. Today I have the static changing power up timer, I guess. It's like a static timer, but it works for power ups and power weapons, and what it does is it switches them during the game. So I have it on a defaulted time, as you saw, it just switched to the speed boost power up. And then right now this is on a 20-second spawn time. So what it does is it switches it every once in a while, basically. So of course you can up your spawn time to the standard 90 seconds power up, which is possible with this timer. But what this, yeah, so as you see, it just switches back and forth. I put it on a low time just for showing purposes. So yeah, you could, let's just say, pick this up. And there's nothing there. It has your 20-second respawn time, and when it spawns a new power up. Yeah, I can grab this. Move around. Basically, it allows for a changing, let's call it a changing weapon thing, which could actually spice up competitive maps, make them more interesting. Now that in the same spot, a overshield or a speed boost or any power ups, or what I would use preferably is secondary power weapons. Not necessarily like your rocket launcher, your primary power weapon of the map, but say like a brute shotgun kind of change, or stuff like that. It would be a lot more of a change that would work out with this type of timer. So let's go see how to do it in Forge. So let's start with the left power-ups timer. What you first need is a timer on once, and you need it to have in scripting broadcast channel 0 with a timer user data of 10. This will be your first power-up that spawns on the map, and it needs to spawn in after that first 10 seconds. Then what you need is a timer on once, which is power channel 0, broadcast channel 1, because what this does is this immediately spawns in your power-up right at the start. This turns on this, which just turns on the power-up. That's the only way it works. Then over here you have a timer toggle. The toggle just switches back and forth. It activates every amount of time you have in this, which needs to have a power channel 0, a broadcast channel of 1, and a timer user data of however many seconds you want it to respawn in. So this is your spawn time right here. It can only go to 90 seconds. That is the max that this will work for. Any more, and then I'd have to make a new system. The reason for that is that in order for the switching to occur, you have to have another timer over here, which is offset by a certain amount of time, which in this case is this plus this amount of time. So you can't use 100 because this is 10, so forth. So that means that you have your 10 seconds plus your whatever seconds. So we'll just say this is 20 for now. But in your maps, I'd recommend putting this up to 90, just because that's generally the best time for power-ups. And then over here, you need to add those numbers together. So 20 plus 10 equals 30. So then what you need here is on your timer on once is a broadcast channel of 2 and your timer user data, as I said before. Then you need a timer on once, power channel 2, broadcast channel 3. This means it activates right as the other one disappears, unless someone's picked it up already, which would be the case. And then you have a timer toggle, which is power channel 2, broadcast channel 3, and timer of however many seconds. This needs to equal the same amount of time as your other one as well, in order for have that switcheroo. So that's the circuits, I guess. Then over here you have the power-ups. The power-ups need to have a candy spawn true, spawn channel 1. This corresponds to your timer toggle's broadcast and your timer on once's broadcast. Well, the second timer on once. Candy spawn true, spawn channel 1, and then place it start false. Then the same exact things on this one, false, candy spawn true, but you need to spawn channel 3, which corresponds to this broadcast channel, which is 3, so forth. So what this does is it activates after 10 seconds, which turns on this, which spawns in your power-up. Then this will despawn it and then respawn it continuously. So basically it will despawn it at, what's it called? at your time you choose, and then respawns after a full other time, which this thing is spawned at. Basically, you're staggering your triggers. Think of time as space, and so forth. Now, to keep in mind, if say you want to do this with weapons, so let's pull out a shotgun, and what you want to do if this is a power weapon instead is you want to have your two weapons. See a shotgun, let's just put a energy sword. Probably wouldn't recommend this one because it got its frame rate due to its awesome colors. For never. Alright, you can do your clips and all that the same. And you have a place to start false. Let's do the same on the other side. Yeah, I don't think a sword has clips, so it doesn't matter how many clips it is. Advanced, place it start false. Now you do your scripting, which is candy spawn true, and it's the same spawn channel as if you would use your power up. So yeah, spawn channel 1. Then on your other ones, I believe it's spawn channel 3. Candy spawn true, make sure that's there. Spawn channel, I believe it's 3. Let's take a look. Yep, 3. Alright. And one thing to keep in mind is you need to go to your advanced options. I believe it's in advanced, yep. And make your max count the max count possible. Like, I doubt you're going to have this, you're going to have 32 swords on your map. But anyway, this basically means that if anyone's holding the weapon on the map, that it doesn't just, like, what's called, that it will no matter what spawn on the static timer. So yeah, this will now work with weapons as well, switching from shotgun to sword. I would recommend you just, when you actually have them on the map, you put them in the same spot, all of that kind of stuff. If this tutorial was too complex, which is very unlikely, but if it was, I will leave a download link. Well, not a download link because file share sucks, but I'll leave it in my file share, which you can find me and go to my file share and look for it if you need it. But that is what I have for you today. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.